Okay. Kayla got the 111, the 111. Sipping lemonade, throwing light shade.
You can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spit what you wanna, be who you wanna be. A young stunner till I need.
Hey everybody, it's Kayla Got the 411. I'm back for another Whopping Wednesday. I have a guest on me, Jeezy. He is 1/3 of Brunch With The Boyz. I was on their episode last week. Thank you guys for having me. So Jeezy offered himself to be on the show. He said that if I have any relationship topics, to hit him up. And I was looking for a guy anyways for this particular topic because seems like a lot of women are shooting their shot at guys. But before we begin, Jeezy, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from, what you do, everything.
How's it going, everybody? I'm actually from Miami, even though I'm born Nayad. But we're actually in Orlando, Florida, Central Florida. Brunch with the Boys. We talk about relationships, life, whatever comes up, and we really come from our own unique perspective. 3 different men with 3 different views, and I'm sure Kayla, you can attest to that. And we have fun with it. Y'all can find us on IG, and we have a website with merch and all. What you see we have on right now.
All the links below, so you guys can go get the Apple.
I appreciate it.
Below and everything. So I want to know, how did y'all meet? Because y'all seem very close and cool, and I observe a lot of podcasts that have like multiple people. Like they do this so slick. I don't know if you noticed this. Like one member, he just gets ghosted and they replace him, and then another person gets ghosted and they replace him. Like, so how did you guys even create Brunch with the Boys?
We were actually at a restaurant having breakfast, and we were just talking shit like we always do, pretty much like you hear us on our podcast. Mm-hmm. And someone a table next over actually said, you guys are hilarious and you guys should record yourselves because, you really had us over here laughing, and we're loud and we don't really care. So we didn't even notice anybody was listening. So we decided, hey, why not go for it? And we did it. Jen and I are actually brothers. So I've been known that nigga. Yeah, believe it or not, so different. And Dez and Jen are frat brothers. They went to college together, so we all were kind of close and cool. I went to FAM and they went to UF, so we always connected. So we had a friendship long ago, and I think when we started doing this, it just became natural. Yeah, it definitely shows. It just shows that you guys are just friends. You don't even feel like you're just watching like a podcast with niggas that don't know each other. So that's dope. We done got the 411. Wow. Okay. So I've been tagged a few times, like in the last 2 weeks, about should women shoot their shot. And I'm curious to know how other women feel and how do men feel about women shooting their shot. Now, I see nothing wrong with women shooting their shot. I think I applaud you guys, like girl power. But personally, for me, hell no. Yeah, hell no.
No.
Okay.
I can't do it. I don't know if it's like.
Why is that though?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure this out because I had a conversation on Clubhouse like this. I see a bunch of ladies like, maybe it's a pride thing where just like I just cannot come up to a nigga and be like, hey, how you doing? Like, can we go? No. Maybe because
you don't need to do all of that. Well, your definition of shoot your shot may be different than mine, because to me, a woman shooting her shot is just showing interest, because a real man, a real nigga will then take that interest and make the move. He will handle the dirty work, so to speak. Once we know you're interested.
Talking that. No, they talking about going up to niggas in bars and sliding DMs first. And I've always had options. Like I've always been like a plus size girl, but even throughout school, I always could bag a nigga. So I never had to it's never been a problem for me. So I don't know. I just don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't. I'm just not. I just like for people to court me. Even when I'm on Tinder, I'm not writing no nigga first. We matched first, but you need to write me first.
Well, what's wrong with that though? Because even sliding into the DM and what have you, if you slide into the DM the right way on some hey, what's going on? I saw your profile. I think you're cute, and leave it there. I hope you have a good day. Watch how a nigga takes that little in and he's gonna go for it. He's gonna shoot the shot. He's gonna lead the way. So you're really gonna then feel courted, but you just had to let him know the interest was there. I always laugh at when someone asks me what type of women you like, because I saw it in a movie and the guy said, I like the girls that like me. A nigga don't know he has a shot if you don't let him know. And a lot of times women tend to, give off a vibe that resting bitch face, especially a black woman, you know what I mean?
I keep a resting bitch face, yeah.
I'm glad you said it, because I was about to call you out on it and let you know, hey, listen, dog, just so you know, you got that sickness too. So that makes you feel a bit more unapproachable to men, and you're probably cool as shit, which I know, but all we see is a nigga who look angry, So a more confident man like myself might say, girl, you need to smile a little bit more. If you smile,
that's normally
I'm in
how I meet guys, like if I go to the gas station or something, right? I'm having a good day. Apparently I'm just fuck off. And he'll be like, that's a beautiful smile. And I'll be like, oh. And then normally it leads to him asking for my number, or he'll just pay for my gas,
Exactly.
So,
wow.
But I will say this is like, okay, let's look at it, because I'm going with the whole theme, shoot your shot. I don't know anything about basketball, but I like using that as references. So if he throw me the ball, I'm gonna catch it. Like, we on. Like, I ain't shy. Yeah. I'm not gonna play hard to get. But like, I'm not about to go up to no bar and be like, hey, can I buy you a drink? Like, I just can't.
And I don't think you have to even shoot your shot. You want him to shoot his shot. So you need to pass it. You know what I'm saying? You need to set him up with the assist, if we're going to stay with the basketball analogy, a game I love. So, you know what I mean? You just got to let him know you're interested. A man, 9 times out of 10, will take the lead, especially the type of man that you're interested in. Now, maybe a nigga won't. There are some men who are a bit more quiet and reserved. Maybe he still might not pull up on it. And that's why those women are successful, that can actually say, hey, can I buy you a drink? Hey, I like what you I see. Let's go catch a vibe or whatever, because some men really need that. But I can't imagine a man. Go ahead.
Be honest. Do you think it's an ego thing, or why I just don't feel comfortable shooting my shot at a nigga?
Oh, it's definitely an ego thing.
You're want to be curved?
No, you fear rejection. You're a woman. You should fear rejection because you're used to it. You're not used to it. You've never been faced with it. A man always has to approach you. We men. We deal with rejection on a day-to-day basis. If we want to reproduce, if we want to have sex, if we want to do anything dealing with the woman, we have to know rejection is a first-hand possibility.
I get what you're saying, because just imagine how many dudes that be like in the DM and get on red, especially my personal page. Like, them niggas just sitting there. I mean, I'm not opening them DMs. They just gonna sit there. God bless. But it could be, but I don't think it has anything to do with insecurity, because like I was looking in the comments, like a bunch of bad bitches, they was like, yeah, I'll do it. I just like,
yeah,
I'm not, no, I like another thing too. I like a little chase, right? I like somebody to chase me just a little bit, right? You ain't gotta be stalkerish, but if you want me, you need to fight for me. That right there is gonna make me be like, okay, who is he?
So if a man approaches you too lightly, you might make him work for it a bit more.
Yeah.
See, like, you on that bullshit, girl. You don't want to be with nobody.
But I don't tease you. Like, if I know I'm not about to have sex with you, like, we ain't about to be in an environment where, like, oh, my titties is out and, like, I'm turning you on. Like, I'd rather go to a public setting. We have dinner. I don't like putting guys through, like, teasing. I don't like to tease guys because I don't like to be teased.
I'm saying if you're interested and a guy shoots his shot, you have to be open to the courting. You have to make yourself available for it. So to me, when you say I kind of like to be chased, you're almost giving him a little maybe unnecessary resistance than you really need to, And sometimes in an age like this, 2021, where pussy is all but guaranteed, that resistance will have you miss up on maybe a good nigga. Because I hear people all the time, oh, he wasn't meant for you, she wasn't meant for you. Maybe she was, and I was just on bullshit, and I missed out on that opportunity. So you're over here trying to make sure a nigga want to work for it, and this nigga like, I shouldn't have to work for something I deserve. That's a fair mindset. Wouldn't you agree? I shouldn't have to work for something I deserve. You know what I mean?
But what makes him think that he deserves me when, like, for example, like, you haven't even asked me out, you ain't even get, we'll just go like this, right? My approach is like, I'm a little different. I don't just look at looks first, right? Just because you handsome as hell, like, I've met lots of handsome guys, and as soon as I talk to you, you're dumb as shit. Like
Yeah.
it turns me off. So that's why a lot of guys I've dated, they don't look nothing alike. A few of them are ugly because their personality, caught my attention. So
Yeah.
no, you guys to really make a great impression when I
Yeah.
think you just coming off like treat me like I'm some kind of hoe. That's not gonna work, gentlemen. You gotta post me
Where do you
like a
find
lady.
the best places to get approached? Do you prefer the digital world? Do you want the DM and Tinder, or do you want that in-person organic approach?
I want it depends on, right? I prefer in person, right? But these days I feel like social media, it allows me to actually go down the rabbit hole and get to know you, because I can meet you
Yeah.
like at the gas station, you getting gas, but you're probably a serial killer, right?
Man, that bad? Is it? Are we all the way to that extreme off rip?
That's just how I look at it. I mean, I
Yeah,
think everybody is a serial killer until they prove me wrong.
that
So
sounds
if I
right.
meet you online, now I'm going down the rabbit hole. Now I'm going to
Yeah.
search you. Oh, we got mutual friends. Okay. Wow. Okay, he seems like a stand-up guy.
Wow. Yeah. That's
What do
crazy.
you
I mean,
prefer?
I want to meet you face to face, and I don't want to do the research that a woman would do, you know? I think that comes in time. You want to meet someone, catch a vibe,
Mm-hmm.
have a conversation, maybe even grab a drink or so. And then if you like what you hear, then you want to dive deeper. Then maybe you exchange social media and
Oh,
things of that nature. I think that's a wiser approach, because you may see things and they're out of context. You take them out of context. What you see isn't really what it is, and you're interpreting this. Some things are better said or found out from the person, you know, face to face, versus, oh, I read this and I heard this
yeah.
about you. You know what I mean?
As long as I don't see like no wives or no newborn babies that look like 2 months, I
Yeah.
know it's like if
Six
I see
months is
like a
okay
few.
though. 6 months is okay.
Yeah, if I see your ex-girlfriend tagged you, still got you tagged in like a picture from a year ago, like, oh, I won't say anything. But because
Yeah.
I'm a woman, I like to be safe. So I ain't gonna go too deep into my background checks until like, okay, I feel like, oh wow, I really like this guy. But
Yeah.
I just need to know that you are not crazy. You are who you say you are. It'll be a
That's
shame,
fair.
you know?
Yeah. Men
Yeah.
men men don't take the same precaution, and it often costs us. So we
Yeah, you
should
should,
really follow
because it's a
suit.
lot of fucked up women out here that setting niggas
Yeah.
up and stuff like that. So, yeah, you can't trust these hoes, niggas.
You definitely can. I'm glad you know, because you definitely can.
For real. So, do you? Okay, what do you prefer? Because I don't even think you really answered the question. A woman, slides in your DM, be like, "Hey, Jeezy, what's up? Let me take you out to lunch or whatever."
Yeah, that's the easy way. I like it. I'm here for all of that, because it takes courage realistically to even put yourself out there.
Uh-huh.
And again, I don't even know if you have to take it that far. To me, if you just express interest, you can
Mm-hmm.
tell typically when someone messages you, if it's platonic, if it's flirty, if there's some underlying
Yeah,
flirtation. You can't tell.
I'm a hard.
Flirtation is an art, girl.
I be thinking that. I be thinking nigga just being nice, and that's really getting my
Yeah.
thing nice. I just don't, he just really nice. But I'm
Niggas
learning
usually ain't
now.
that friendly though. Niggas usually ain't that friendly. If they're being nice, he usually wants to hit. You know what I mean?
I've learned the hard way. I've learned situations where like I don't like a guy, like rejection. Niggas be like, "Oh, I support you, man. I love your show, man. Like I love what you're doing."
Yeah.
And I'll be like, you know what? I just think that we should be cool. And when I say things, a few of them niggas might be watching the show. If I say things like I think that we better off as friends, it's like I don't
Yeah.
like you like that. But I'm just a really nice person. I don't want to hurt your feelings. And then all of a sudden, niggas stop liking my shit. They start
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, I love your show." So it just shows me like, okay, you ain't really mean what you said.
It wasn't unconditional. It was all conditional upon what they hope to get from you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that somewhere someone said something about why you love someone. And if they say because this, because that, they're expressing the conditions of their love. Whereas someone who loves you unconditionally should just say, because I love you.
Hey y'all, let me give you the 411 on Meraki Cologne. Meraki Cologne has cosmetics, waist beads, custom bracelets, and apparel. So many great items for you to choose from. And my favorite is the vegan-based lip gloss. Use code Kayla411 to get 10% off right now.
And because at the end of the day, to me, love is a choice, a deep commitment as far as choosing to love them. So I love that answer. And hearing you say that, it confirms it. If Buddy fuck with your show, even if you're not offering the pussy, he should still fuck with the show because the show is dope. You know what I mean? The same, but niggas petty too, you know?
Yeah. So what if a woman slides in your DM and like, you just not into her, maybe her looks or something. It's okay too. That's another thing. It's okay if somebody's not attracted to you. Everybody don't like plus size girls. I'm not really into men that's too short. Because I'm a tall woman. It's okay. So would you just like curve her, leave her on red? Like how?
Yeah. No, I don't think you do people like that. I would respond. I'm really good with words when it comes to things like that. So you can accept the compliment and lightly let them down and let you know you're not interested. So to me, that's not even a bad thing per se, because it's hit or miss, And I damn sure will not feel bad for a girl when niggas been dealing with rejection for decades. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just a part of the game. You definitely won't like everything coming to you.
Yeah, I never say all things, or smiley face. I seen a lot of smiley faces,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that smiley face, that says a lot of nothing right there. Thank you so much, smiley face. Yeah, she's not interested, dog.
Yeah. Or just like, or niggas, how many females slid in their DM a day? Like that's how I'm looking at it, like, oh, you done got to me next because somebody rejected your ass.
It's a numbers game though for most men, and I have a homeboy used to always say if I slide on 10 women, 3 are gonna say yes, and that's not a bad day. You know what I mean? So you are right to an extent that niggas are out there shooting a shot multiple, and in a way that's not even a bad thing either, because say you slide on 3, you get their number, 2 of them may not even be compatible with you. So you may end up only with 1. And that's why even you, a woman dating, if you meet a man tomorrow and another man the day after, you shouldn't deny that second man because you met the nigga the day before. That nigga might not be about anything. You got to get to know him. So until you find the connection, that's when you should really cut ties with anything else. But in my opinion, you need options,
Yeah. See, I don't have a big attention span.
Yeah.
So
I believe you.
I need to focus on one nigga at a time. I can't do multiple niggas. It's too much because I start confusing, like, one nigga say his favorite color red, other one say his favorite color blue. And then I started getting confused. Like, didn't you say your color was blue?
No,
like,
that happened to me too. A girl was like, didn't you tell me you were 6'2"? I was like, no, bitch. I said I was 5'11". You confused me with your other hoes and shit. She really showed her ass with that one too. You know what I mean? So you are right. It's obvious, especially as you get older, when someone's dealing with multiple people.
I just can't keep up. It's just too much work. So I just work on one nigga, don't work out, goodbye.
And I actually agree with you.
Yeah. So that works. Do you think that guys still court women? Because I don't think niggas do. I mean, niggas be like, pull up on you, and I'm like, you not pulling up on me, and that don't operate on me.
Women have been made. The bar's been set so low for men now. We talk about that on our podcast all the time. So because it's so low, a nigga doesn't really have to work hard to get the goal, or the pussy, I should say. To most men, that is the goal, right? So because of that, men aren't courting, but as often. But a real man, men are still courting. There are good niggas, and a man will court the right woman, right? So he may slide through a few, but if he meets the right woman, he'll change his approach and he'll really come at it right and court her, date her, and do all the things she talks about. And make things happen from that perspective. But courting is definitely going on. That's the only way to date, isn't it? Unless you just fucking them.
I'm sitting here looking at you like, where's these niggas at? Because they not.
Yeah, well, Atlanta, y'all getting loose over there, so.
I mean, most of the women I talk to is like, the problem is that niggas just want to skip the whole step and like take somebody out. Even like like first dates? Like, how do you feel about first dates? Like, who you think should pay?
I mean, I'm old school, so if I
Right.
ask you out, I'm paying. It
I
would
feel
be
the
an
same way.
insult, if a
I
woman
feel the same
paid.
way.
Yeah, I've had women pay on first dates though. Insisted or surprised me somehow. I turned my back and the bitch went and paid up front to the way, and that was a beautiful thing because that's not normal. But I'm old school. I prefer to pay, when it comes to
But
things
if
like
it's a
that.
problem, I always have my own money. I feel like women should
Yeah,
always have their own money when you go on a date with any nigga. Like, you just going and leaving out the house broke. Like, I don't understand you leave out the house broke. Like, that right there
yeah.
gives me anxiety because what if his card declined? He ain't got no money. Like, what y'all gonna do?
Washing dishes in the back. I don't even know if they're doing that still. No, you got to have your own money. Yeah,
Yeah, if you black, they probably call the police on you. So,
undoubtedly, undoubtedly. So
yeah.
you've been to on dates where men are the check comes or they say, "Hey, I got this," or they ask for separate checks.
I've never had that happen to me before.
Yeah,
The
I
only
hear
time I
about it.
did pay for my half was because the date was going so horrible, and I just
Yeah,
really didn't like him. And I felt like, you know what, I don't want this nigga thinking that nothing. I was
yeah,
like, I'll go ahead and pay for my half because I knew that I was never gonna call him again.
yeah. I think every woman should do that when they're not interested. They
Yeah,
should say, you know what, let me pay for my half. Okay, you're not.
right.
That should be a universal signal to men
Yeah.
that you're not interested if you insist to pay for yourself. But most women say, shit, I ain't fucking with this nigga, so I'm gonna take this free meal anyway. And be like, that's most women, unfortunately.
Yeah, I used to do that in my early 20s, but I was
I
broke in
know.
college and shit. So I
Yeah,
was like, I don't like this nigga, but he
yeah.
did. Yeah.
Even if you had money in your pocket, you still took that free meal. Don't play me. Don't tell
Yeah.
me no lies. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
even if you had the
I,
bread,
I used to do that. I was notorious for that.
yeah,
And I'm older now, but I went out on so many days, like, and it's so bad because I used to like order like real expensive shit, like,
yeah.
which was
Oh, you on
wrong, right?
bullshit. Yeah,
so,
dead wrong. Especially if you know you don't like them.
so that was wrong. But I'm mature, y'all. I'm mature. Don't think that's still a Kayla these days. So even these, it's just hard for niggas to even get to a date stage for me because normally niggas piss me off over the phone FaceTime conversation. Um,
After the first time you talk though, shouldn't he already be asking you out? Like, there's a certain amount of conversations that need to be had.
this is the problem I'm having. It's like after a week, 2 weeks, like I'm not about to be talking on the. I'm not. You're not a pen pal. When
Yeah,
are we going on a date? So normally,
yeah,
like I'll stop and be like, hey, let me know when you're free so we can just meet up for drinks or have dinner such and such. And niggas just don't. Niggas don't know how to make plans. They don't know how to get on Google and find our restaurant. They don't know how to do nothing.
I find that so hard to believe because that's so easy. And as a man who loves to plan dates, it's really fun. Finding a restaurant you two have never been to, and sharing that experience together. It's really not difficult.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
You an Aries?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, far from selfish. I love to give. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get
I'm a
mine in the
Libra,
end
so
though.
that's why I'm looking at you like, okay, because Libras and Aries are opposite. And I'm like, man, he like, I've dated a few Aries. Some niggas weren't like that.
No, I'm a different breed though, and
Probably
I
because you're a
know
little more mature, you know?
I am, but even younger me, as more, although I was probably a bit more savage, and you probably heard some of my clips and shit, and so I have an out there personality, but I've
Mhm.
always been a hopeless romantic, and not a lot of people know that about me. So when it comes to a chick that I'm interested in, planning dates, finding different ways to surprise her. The one thing about me is I get bored easily too, right? So
Oh,
the only way to prevent that is to create spontaneity, and
I
I'm not
feel
gonna
all the time.
leave that on a person to do.
Yeah, I get bored. I'm an only child, I'm not gonna say I'm a loner, but I'm good by myself. Like I'll book a trip and go like at a resort by myself and just have the ball
Yeah,
time of my life. But with somebody else, like I don't like nobody boring me. So if you think you about to keep me in the house, you crazy as
yeah,
fuck. Cause I can stay in the
no,
house by myself. Like I don't want to go to the movies. I'm talking about like the most spontaneous things. So we can go like on a Ferris wheel, you know what I'm saying, painting sips, Anything except it ain't, dangerous, shit like that.
Yeah.
But
Don't want to risk your life for fun.
nah,
No
But
bungee jumping.
hell no, I got a child now.
You go zip lining though. I could see you do zip lining.
I'm scared of heights. Like even on the
Yeah.
plane, I don't look out the window on the planes. Like no, no, we keep that shit closed. I don't need to see what's out there to my destination. But I'm going to Seattle a few days, and they got like the Space Needle. I'm gonna conquer my fear. I'm getting on that shit by myself. If I pass
That's
out,
awesome. Yeah, you we'll wake up and you can still dead, but you'll be all right.
Yeah. But I think I need stuff like that. I'm a hopeless romantic. I don't like juggling niggas. People have that perception of me. That's why you shouldn't judge people when you don't know people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I get a bad rap. I get a bad rap, and part of it is that I used to live that way, so I was a womanizer, and I would, get it how I live, but that was just even then a part of who I was, but when you're young, so nigga on some other shit and is it all, but I do still get looked on as a toy rather than, somebody you settle down with, you know what I mean? That's always been a plight of mine, actually, on some other shit.
So when thinking you a fuckboy before they meet you?
Yeah, like even when I think back to high school, I was always the guy girls kind of wanted to fuck and see what he was about, more than to be with and build a family with. Like, no.
That sounds a little sad though. They were taking advantage of you.
Yeah, it does sound sad, right? But see, some of that is too on me, on what I was portraying, and only showing that part of me. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it wasn't all bad. I mean, it wasn't all. Let me not play victim. It wasn't all bad. The pussy was wonderful.
You made the best out of it. You made it. I think I went through my hot girl summer stage. I mean, like, no, it just came from like hurt. A nigga hurt you. It's like you just start just talk to him and ghost him, talk to him and ghost him, talk to him and ghost him. And then I just like, okay, this ain't good because I'm like hurting niggas. They starting to like me and I just ghost them. And I had to take a load. That was 2013, Kayla. Great year.
And you fucked it up for other women because hurt men hurt women, And if another chick hurts me, I'm trying to tell you, you hurt a nigga and you put on some bullshit. I've been cheated on. I've had a chick had a baby on me, right? What you thought I did after that? Got into a healthy relationship? No, I fucked hoes. You know what I'm saying?
But I wasn't in a relationship though. I was just, getting when I get going. So yeah, but as far as relationship, I don't play that cheat shit. I don't do that. I don't like stuff like that. I'm very spiritual. I believe in soul ties and stuff like that. I've had a soul tie, 2 of them. One of them was like cool, and one of them was traumatizing. So I don't play about stuff like that. So I'm very spiritual. And look, if you want to go out there and have sex, and that's cool, but soul ties is a real fucked up thing because you be up all night wondering why you can't sleep. That's because this toxic motherfucker is like, you got a soul tie.
Man, that's not even something that you put something on my mind right there. I usually smoke a blunt and find a way to go to sleep anyways, but sometimes things do get with you though, and you wondering what's keeping you up, and it is decisions that we make, they fuck with us.
One dude, like I can tell this nigga was up. He was like one of those a little weird, and he'll just stay up all night, and I just be waking up every night at a particular time. Because normally when I sleep, like I'm sleeping the whole night, I can tell this nigga was up thinking of me, smoking, and that shit was he kept popping up in my dreams and shit. And that shit was traumatizing.
Dang.
And then when he got another chick, all of a sudden the dreams stopped. Like I was sleeping like a baby.
Man, that's crazy.
The soul tie broke,
Yeah. Dang, that's deep right there, girl. Man, that is deep right there.
Let me tell you something else. I'll tell you the other part of it, right? So just because I want to help other people out there. So my period didn't come on for like 3 months. I went to the doctors. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? They was like, Ms. Gibson, you're fine. And I went to another doctor. They was like, you're not really. And I was like, why is my period not coming on? And like when I found out he was with another chick, tell me why my period just magically fucking come back on the date that it was supposed to go to. Like I was paranoid. Like I was like, God, don't tell me I'm praying about this nigga. No, no, no. But I was like, it can't be. It couldn't be. But like my whole like cycle stopped because of that shit.
Wow, that connection should be real.
How you want it, cognac to Patron. Brunch with the boys, we gon' give you what you want. And what you don't know, we about to put you on. Come on, come on, come on. How you want it, cognac to Patron. Brunch with the boys, we gon' give you what you want.
So people, you know, just be careful. You know.
How you feel about sex on the first date? I asked though because you know we're talking about dating and shooting your shot. Yeah.
But sometimes you just don't know.
What puts you in that position though? I think as a woman, I imagine y'all know a little bit sooner than a man does because a nigga always ready. So y'all kind of earlier.
Woman, she knows, like you've been talking to the guy for a while. It's like it's already built up chemistry and connection. Like if she probably done already shaved her coochie, she done already prepared herself.
Within the first couple weeks. So you just meet someone a week or so ago, and you haven't even went on a date yet. And that first date,
I'm not going on no date not shaved.
Yeah. So that possibility on the table. Then y'all heard it, fellas. No, that's the question now. I want all the fellas to know. First thing I'm asking on a date. So hey, you shaved that pussy tonight? And if she say no, I'm like, all right. So I know how you feel about me. Then it's the slow route, huh?
Oh, maybe you know what I'm saying? Clean. It just makes you feel clean and like pretty. I feel like you got your eyebrows done, your nails, your toes done. You cannot go outside with no hair and pussy. You can't. That's just you just know. You said you gotta have everything together.
I still think you only do that if you believe you're gonna do it. I know a man wouldn't manscape unless he knows he's getting some. You know what I mean? Otherwise, if he doesn't know and it's up in the air, he ain't doing that shit.
Yeah,
you know,
but I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like as adults, like if you feel the chemistry right, it could be you could have planned, okay, we just gonna go to whatever this show, this dinner, that's it. But you know, it may be going so well, like, okay, well shit, the kids at the such and such house, I ain't got nothing to do tonight. Like, let's come over, let's watch a movie.
Yeah.
It things can happen and stuff like that. I think sometimes things like that have you have the best relationship to go out of that. Like girl I was watching on YouTube. They talked about their first date and they went to PM Chains and she had to use the bathroom real bad. And he got her a hotel because the bathroom at the restaurant was like full. So they were like, well, since we paying for this hotel, we might as well stay. They had a great night. They've been together for like 3 years. No, they talked about
and I believe it, but man, that nigga there, I have to use the bathroom. Let me get a hotel. He went for it. That was a good solid move, buddy. You know what I mean?
They had a nice. Apparently, the restaurant was like packed, and then they tried to go to like another restaurant next door. This is in New York, so
yeah.
They wouldn't let them use it unless they were dining there. So he was like, "Well, she had to bathroom bad, and she lived in Jersey." So I thought that was romantic. You know,
that is though. It is dope. You know, you could take that the wrong way as a woman, but I think his intentions were mostly pure.
Yeah, I think so because I watched their YouTube and stuff like that. But they talked about, you know, she showed the picture like the night before where like her makeup was all smudged. I said, look, they don't want on the first day, they had a great time.
And that's what my point is. It doesn't matter. And if the vibe is real, if you fuck the first night or the fifth night or the fifth date or the 10th, it won't even matter. And like you said, 3 years later, they still together.
Yeah, I'd rather get it out sooner because I don't want people to feel like, oh yeah, and find out it's the trash. And it's like, I'll waste my time.
Yeah. Do you feel pressure when you're, or I shouldn't say pressure or anxiety when you're going to have sex with someone like, man, I want to make sure my shit is on point? Or are you in like this confident stage where you know you about to fuck this nigga shit up?
I'm confident because I
Yeah.
I'm confident because I know that God blessed me with what he need to bless me with. So I'm confident. I think he needs to be worried. I'm fine. I can just lay there.
You know what you're doing. You're going to take care of the situation.
Yeah, I feel very confident. I don't never go into like a position like, oh, he might, I just never had no place. I'm sorry to sound arrogant. I'm sorry. Do people feel that way? People feel anxiety and stuff when they have sex with somebody new?
I think that I think that you do. I mean, I remember when I was younger, I don't think anxiety ever came up when it came to sex. Older, I don't even know if you call it anxiety more than you just don't want it to be trash, and you don't want it to be disappointed. I think when you're younger, you don't care if it sucks, it's hit or miss. You just want to, you're getting it and you're good with just getting it. When you get older and you've had a lot of pussy, it's like, I don't even want it if it ain't going to be good. You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather not waste my
Okay.
time if I feel
Right.
like, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't call it anxiety more than just hopes of non-disappointed. I just
I
don't
think
want to be
that's more
disappointed.
on the man side because I feel like all the pressure is on y'all's shoulders. So it's
It
like he
is.
got to make sure, like, he don't come too fast. But if he do, like, he got to make sure he be like, you just can't leave her hanging. Like,
Yeah.
so that seems like a lot of pressure.
Our
And I
stroke is
know,
being judged. Y'all judging our stroke. You know what I'm
like,
saying? Like on top of not even coming fast, just that alone, you judging all the things we're doing in between stroking it. Are we kissing and rubbing on you this? Are we talking? Like there's so much judgment
even
and
sweating. I,
pressure.
I, I judge niggas on how much they sweat. I'm like, oh my
Dog,
Jesus.
and that's fucked up because I put work in and a nigga sweat easy. I'm putting that work in and shit. It's all good. You laying there with your legs cocked up,
Turn the
nigga putting
air
that hard
conditioner
work
on.
in
You
and I
gotta
can't
pump that
sweat.
shit. No,
I'm
you
like a
gotta pump
preacher. I
that
got a
shit.
towel right next to me. I just keep that
Yeah.
towel and I get
Yeah,
back
you
in it,
gotta
coach. You
prep
know
for
what I
that
mean?
shit. Keep a towel or turn the AC on. Something you gotta prep for that shit because as soon as some sweat drop on my nose,
That's
it's over.
hilarious. And,
I'm
and
like,
to me, I
it
wonder.
depends on. If I
Go
love a
ahead.
nigga, I don't care. Like I don't give a
I was
fuck.
just about to say that. I was just about to say that. I said, I
Yeah,
bet if you feeling that nigga and you love
yeah,
him, you'll drink that sweat coming off that nigga. You go,
yeah.
put more in it. Put more in it. You'll take it.
People
Yeah,
do
I
real
know.
nasty
I know.
things when it's like it's a
Yeah,
connection. But if I don't like you like that, it's like
yeah,
some females sometimes you just don't like them like that, but you like, damn, I'm really horny. It won't hurt to
yeah.
just go ahead. He
You
don't
just
even do
doing it
that
to
right.
do it. Yeah, and I don't want that sex. That
Oh,
sex
yeah.
sucks. Just getting it to
Me
get it.
too.
If it's not deeper at this point, it wouldn't even be worth it to me. You know.
It's not fun. I don't think. But somebody who said this, my homie Lex said that. I think he said that. What he said on my show? Hold on, what that nigga said? He said something about sex is better when it's like y'all friends and stuff like that, and ain't no attachment. I don't think that. I think that it's better when you in love. Cause I feel like I'm not about to be like my nastiest freakiest with just some nigga that I'm just
Yeah.
kicking it with.
You wouldn't. He got it wrong. Now, unless that friendship is deep and maybe y'all not together, but those feelings are there, that there are a
Oh,
lot of different complicated situations, and different variances of relationships. But ultimately, the best sex is when someone's in love with you. When they
I
love
think
your wag,
so.
they'll do some
Well,
shit, you
you
know?
know why you think that? Because earlier you said that you're a hopeless romantic. I'm a
Yeah.
hopeless romantic. Some people ain't really that type of way. So to them, they don't look at it like love. They just like it's good pussy, good pussy, good dick is good
Yeah.
dick. So
But
some
why would
people
you
don't.
be a super hoe for a nigga that is passing through, And even with
Yeah.
that mindset alone, like, why would any woman be motivated to be her nastiest for a nigga passing through? Now, I can see a woman getting real, real nasty early to kind of show you what she got, show you that she wants you, try to
Oh.
get you and keep you. Now, that approach I've seen many a time as well. You know what I mean? But if a chick is just, this is casual and we know we just fucking, nah, she not gonna lick your taint. Nah, you'd be happy if she put her
Yeah.
mouth on the dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
that's
you know what
very
I mean?
true. And I got an episode I'm working on in the next few weeks. With somebody coming on. She's a master at that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask her about the shit. But I just you be like, I don't do that. When I know
yeah,
I do, I just ain't doing it for you, nigga.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
most men know that. I hear a woman say I don't do that, I call her out on that shit. I don't even let her finish the sentence. Shut that shit up, ho. Don't you dare fucking lie to me. Now say
you
you
know
don't want to do it
I
with me, but I know you out here fucking doing it for someone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had chicks lick the taint off rip. You know what I'm saying? First encounter. You know what I mean? So you won't be telling me we dealing and you've never done that. Nah, this ain't new under the sun, baby.
they may
Nah,
not
you
like
just
it. I mean, it's a few
yeah,
females that don't like it. I mean, I
yeah.
understand. I mean, I think I understand. I don't know. I get it, but I don't. That's why I was gonna answer this later. That's coming in a few weeks. I mean,
It
I
ain't for
feel like
everything. Ain't for everybody.
I feel like it's an intimate thing, so I feel like you gotta do it with the right person. Cause I feel like if you smart, you can really snatch a nigga's soul out his body.
Undoubtedly.
It's like you got control. That's how I look at it. I don't know how everybody else look at it. It's like I got
undoubtedly.
Yeah.
I thought everyone looks at sex in that way. I find that most women love oral or giving it because they know that's their time to be in control. You know what I mean? And any other time, for the most part, a man is in control, and you want him to be dominating the pussy. So, yeah, that head time, that's the time for him to lay back.
Yeah, a lot
You
of
said who
ladies, if you're lazy, you feel like, okay, I'm not about to be doing all them flips and positions and shit. Least I can do is like make sure I take care.
Suck them off great. No, let's keep it real. It's a lot of women with that mindset, lazy in bed, don't ride dick. That shit like a fucking foreign language. No, I'm like English, nigga. Like ride dick.
It's like not that long though. Not that long.
It's so disgraceful though. And I'm gonna keep it real. Don't get on that dick, ladies. If you can't stay on there for 30 seconds, it look bad when you up there for 15 seconds. Come on, your knees hurt and you come down. Yeah, a nigga gonna take that head, but we laughed at you as soon as you went down because that was some sad shit.
Like you gotta brace yourself. Brace yourself. Like try to go for at least a good 3 minutes. I think good 3 minutes. That's good.
3 minutes is good, but I don't know.
Take a break. Take a break, and then you can try to get back home. Right. And it just depends on sometimes. I don't know if men gonna feel offended when I say this, but if his thing is not the biggest, I don't have time to be fumbling with that shit. It's just won't. I don't have time. I'm just gonna get off because it's just not working out.
Every dick can't be written. I mean, as a woman, y'all should know that, so you got to be able to assess the work. Oh, you thought every dick.
I read this book. I didn't know that. I was just like, but I had the common sense to tell you, like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And men don't get a lot from riding unless it depends on how you riding. If you on your legs, on your flat-footed and you bouncing on it, we love it. But just the grinding, that feels good, but that's not going to really keep us overly aroused and keep us overly excited. It feels good for a moment, but while that gets y'all off, for us, the in and out sensation is what's always going to works wonders for us. So everything else will feel good, but it's not going to keep us strong. You know what I mean? A nigga start softening up on you because you just steady grinding around. He like, yeah, I see you loving it and shit. Bounce on that shit, ho. God damn it. Like, do you want it to stay up? You know what I'm saying?
Tell me something. Okay.
Yeah. You're welcome.
That's what explains why niggas be like, okay, you can get up now. Like, okay, it's enough.
Like, we ain't doing nothing here.
They're like, all right.
Not your yeah. A good man, a gentleman, he'll give you a slap on the back and say, good job, let's move on though. Let's move on though.
Well, damn. Okay. Well, I done learned something new. I didn't know that about riding. I thought so. You don't really have to do it. That's what you're saying, right?
You don't. I think most men would love it. I mean, I know myself, I would love it, but it's not a deal breaker if you're not doing it. But you better suck a mean dick.
Small for that type of stuff. Somebody that's real small.
I
feel like they should be doing that. Like I feel like you small, you should utilize that.
You could still do it though. You know it. You know what I'm saying? I saw a 300-pound man run the Red Rock stairs in Colorado, and he ran up that bit like a damn monkey, like he was King Kong. And they were showing this workout video of him, and he was in tremendous shape, and he was a huge guy. Like, size doesn't matter. It's just your shape and effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can be in good shape to get shit done at any size. Have you ever seen Des? He's a fucking giant. You know what I mean? But he's in good.
Des is the one that didn't have his video up, right?
Yeah, he didn't have his that nigga's like 6'4", 250. Like, he's a giant. You don't have to.
You don't even look like it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, anyways.
She want mine. She need mine.
Your boy out here cruising, chilling and boozing. I'm just trying to live my life. Chill on the island, know that I'm wildin'. I'm just trying to have a good time. Them girls lock eyes with me, and they look so fine. I like them island girls. she dancing, girl, come here. Look at the way that her hips move, like she just don't care. And I'd like to hold your body, girl, and change your life. Cause I know them island girls like to have a good time. I said I know that you want me. I said I know that you need me.
Yeah, but you know what I did find interesting though? Women really depend on the head in that way. So is that kind of your go-to? Like, I'm gonna show a nigga and lock him down with the head. Is the head the go-to?
I mean, personally, for me, it is.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like, okay, that's my way of like, I got you. Hi, I got
Yeah.
you. I use it like that. I don't know what other women do it, but I just feel like if you're not good at it, that you may want to practice at it, but you got to know what you're doing. Like I know what I'm doing, so it works out. Yeah.
Same thing you do will work dick to dick.
Yeah, I feel like once I now see a nigga eyes roll back, it's like, boom.
I feel like when it comes pussy to pussy, a man, it's more customized, and what works on one woman won't always work on the next woman when it comes to head. Would you agree with that?
Oh.
You know, whereas a dick, you know, it should, whatever you did for him should work for me, you know, like.
I agree, because sometimes I don't, it could be, I think it's connection for me. I don't know about other women, but if I don't have a connection with a guy, it's like really, I'm the type of person, I'll get up. Like I was in a situation, I just got the fuck up. You know, I was overly emotional. I was like missing somebody that I really cared about, and we went together.
Man.
I was like, "Why the fuck?" And I got up in the bed and started crying.
Damn, I felt sorry for him, dog. I felt so sorry for Black.
But he didn't know because I played it off, and I was like, "Can you just go?"
When you came out, he knew you were crying. You can't hide that crying look. You can't hide that I just finished crying look. You just can't. You just can't, you know. So that had to be tough on him. Maybe he was a savage nigga and didn't care, but
that's the same nigga I was telling you about with the airport situation.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't like him like that, and I really tried. So it's like sex was enjoyable for him, but I didn't like it. I thought like maybe a connection come. I just don't like him. So you know,
that's crazy. Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, so I think it just depends on the woman. I think some women, they can just enjoy on top of it. They don't care. But me personally, I need connection. I need to be able to feel something for you.
Yeah, I think that's everybody. I think everybody right
ain't everybody.
Ultimately, it will be. I hope.
Yeah, I hope so. So you pretty much came to the conclusion that you don't mind for women shooting their shot.
Don't hesitate. Shoot your shot. You in the grocery store right now or anywhere, you choose what you want. You go to Amazon, you don't let the product choose you, you choose it. Shoot your shot. Go get what you want. And you don't have to whore yourself out or even embarrass yourself. Just introduce yourself and smile. That nigga will be ready. He will know exactly what to do next. You know,
so a smile. Give him, okay, I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah, real smile, not that resting bitch face shit. You gotta walk up to a nigga and smile like you know that like you can get this pussy smile. Yeah, exactly. Like you get this pussy. You know what I'm saying? And just say that in your mind and smile, and he'll see it right there. He'll read it right in your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
That's real hard for me. Like, I'd rather niggas smile at me. I'd rather him smile at me first, then I smile. But it's like, it depends on. I don't see niggas like that. I think he's so fine. Like, I got to turn. Like, it's not that nigga that catch my eye like that.
Yeah. Well, that's tough too. But whenever you catch eye contact with any man,
dark skin man, I always turn break my neck.
The double take.
Yeah, that's about it. But I don't see too many.
Catch eye contact and smile.
I don't know. Everybody keep telling me, child, that's hard.
Go for it. Otherwise, you're gonna keep ending up with what come to you. You might not be loving that.
Don't say that. They gonna make me feel like, come on, man.
I'm just saying, you gotta go for what you want. It's 2021. All that shit,
I'll try.
I want to know how it go too. I don't think it'll be hard for you either. You making it harder than it is. You know what I mean? I'm sure if you do it, you'll see just how easy it is. You might enjoy it. that little taste of power, see what it's like for a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I say I'm gonna try, but probably I'm gonna try maybe one time.
It sound like you don't sound like you believe it though. You sound like you're trying to convince
I
yourself.
just can't. Like, I don't know. I think it's a pride thing. I don't know. Could be an ego thing too. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. Could be. I'm getting a little too old for that. I don't know. I can't change that about myself, people. So
I feel you. Whatever you're doing, if you feel like it's working, then don't change nothing. But you definitely won't get new results from the same plan.
Yeah, it's probably gonna take a little longer. Yeah, I gotta keep going through. I call them devil sons until I find the right.
God dang.
Yeah, I don't even call it's like it's a step after fuck boys. Devil sons. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it's tough, but again, some of it's, in my opinion, it's just not all of our fault. I think pussy is so easy now, you know, and the next woman is making your job hard because she's giving in to everything, you know. So it's not really.
You didn't even let him take you on a date, and you let him smash.
Smash. You know what I'm saying? And brought him something to eat afterwards. And they ain't did nothing. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't know how we fix that problem either. Like, honestly, moving forward for generations to come, like, I don't know how that's gonna change, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you just gotta just know your worth a little bit. I don't know. I think if you know your worth, like, you don't make a nigga approach you. I'm very big on know your worth. So shit that work with a lot of guys, shit that work with that last female, it's not gonna work for me. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So Jeezy, thank you so much. So how was this? Real cool, right?
Listen, I knew we was gonna get along. I knew would have no problems.
Yeah. We agree. We kind of agree.
I'm trying to tell you we on the same wavelength. I'm not as bad as I come off.
I believe you are Aries. Like, what's your rising and moon sign?
I couldn't tell you all that.
Oh, you'll have to find out your rising and your moon sign by like using the website. You know the time you were born?
Yeah. I've heard them. I gotta check them out. I don't know it all. I probably looked it up before, but
and your Venus sign too, because you kept saying you're a hopeless. My Venus sign is Leo. That's how I love. And once I learned that, I was like, oh shit, that's fine.
Oh yeah, because you can be a bunch of different things. Yeah. I have to look that up. But
your Venus sign, when you love, I bet it's probably like, it's probably like something like that's making you balance out, because you are not a typical Aries. No, But tell us how we can find Brunch with the Boyz and anything you guys are working on.
We always got a couple things in the lab. I couldn't tell you what our next topic is because I tend to make that shit up usually close to on the fly. But you can always find us on IG. We're on every podcast platform, brunchwiththeboyz.com for any merch and all of our recordings as well. So yeah, just give us a shout out. Let us know any topics you want us to cover. And we love all of y'all.
Hey y'all. Just want to say thank you so much for watching the show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course, hit that subscription button. I am grateful for every view, whether you like me or you don't. And don't forget, I got a podcast too. There are exclusive episodes on that podcast, so don't forget to go check that out as well. They're on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora. Baby, I'm everywhere, okay? And follow me on social media. I'm Kayla Got the 411 on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr. Baby, like I said, I'm everywhere. Thank you again for watching the show, and I'll see you on the next episode of Kayla Got the 411.